I was delighted to be here. Thanks a million for inviting me down. You know, I was trying to think of what to say earlier on in the day. The main thing that kept coming into my mind was, I suppose, the opportunity that you have. It's an amazing feeling to be in a group like this, and if you create something special, like it's amazing. You really can't break it. Like, you know, so massive kudos to lads for, you know, putting yourselves out there and giving it a go. So I first came into the panel in 2011 with Limerick, and yeah, like I was a young fella. I thought it was fantastic. Like, this is where I wanted to be. 2013, I suppose, was great in one sense, winning the Munster Championship, but that group were very, you know, driven as well, and we got to an All-Ireland semi-final and, you know, lost to Clare on the day by, you know, we were well beaten for a finish, and that was a very, very tough time for that group. And like probably a lot of you have played games, you're kind of wondering, geez, will we ever get over the line at all or have any bit of success? It was just about coming back the next year and going at it again. Like, and then 2014, you know, we got to the All-Ireland semi-final again and lost to Kilkenny in the rain. I don't know if many of you remember, it was avalanche stuff in Crow Park. So that was actually an amazing game to be a part of. It was like if it was any other game, it would have been called off the rain. You couldn't even see the ball half the time, which for some of us was probably a good thing. It was just, you had an excuse anyway if something went wrong. You know, a lot of hard work went in then from 17, 18 until today. I suppose similar to ourselves in Limerick, like we are, you know, classified as the underdogs for a long, long time, and then your manager John Allen came in and, you know, brought us a bit of success in 2013, and, you know, gave Limerick, I suppose, a confidence it was maybe missing for a long time. So, you know, you're on that similar journey, and there'll be, you know, ups and downs throughout this journey, so there will be. But I suppose the hardest thing from your point of view might be, you know, getting to know each other as people and as a team. I know in Limerick we definitely, you know, try and spend time with each other off the field to get to know each other, mainly because it just, I suppose, it bonds you as a group, and it, you know, gives you a confidence and respect for each other that you can then transfer onto the pitch. I suppose this weekend is a good opportunity to, you know, have a bit of crack. I know there's plenty of good spots at Limerick that you can go and get to know each other as well. I don't know if you're allowed, like, but no, not tonight, John. Okay.
A couple of years back, the media was saying that you were the weak link in the Limerick Armoury in terms of pace and stuff. Did you ever take any notice of that, or was that something that you used as motivation, or did you just try to ignore it?
Sure, I think they're still saying that, so I don't mind. They can keep saying it. We're not doing too badly, but I don't tend to read too much into what other people are saying. Like, because if you do that, like, you'll never ever be happy. Like, or you wouldn't even bother going out in the field half the time when you hear some of the stuff that's being said. So, you know, just, it doesn't matter what's being said outside. It's more what these guys here tell you. Like,
as a captain, how do you keep motivating such a successful group like you have now at the moment?
Yeah, like I'm definitely not one for doing a lot of talking, to be honest, now with the group or anything like that, but it comes from the players a lot of the time. That's the way it has to be. There's no point you here looking to the sideline saying, can you get us going? Like, it's up to the guys on the pitch to drive things on. There's only so much the lads here can do. Like, they're obviously giving you the tools to get onto the pitch and do a job, but like, it has to come from the players then as well and drive it on. So
I suppose when you first come onto the Limerick panel to now, we say, have you seen much changes, we say, within that dynamic in terms of the commitment and the demands that's on the player?
Probably the biggest difference was the actual players themselves maybe taking it a bit more serious now. Like, you were still training 5 or 6 nights a week when the first year I came into the panel. But I suppose the whole seriousness of it, from players' point of view, might have changed over the years. In terms of people's diets, things like that. A lot of the lads just live a really healthy life a lot of the year round. Like, they look after themselves the whole time. Now they're well able to have a bit of crack as well, you know, when the time allows, but they look after themselves a lot, and that helps in terms of injuries. Like, it's very tough. Like, the intercounty thing is quite tough. It's full on from January 1st until whenever you're making it to the end of the year or you're getting knocked out. And that's just the way it is. It's cutthroat enough in the intercounty game, but I suppose that's why we love it. It's all part of the journey again, and getting stuck in and, you know, putting yourself up against the best players in the whole country and see how you get on.
Underdogs, imports like Greenfield's digital sports technology, creators of the Smart Schlitter.